Hello, esteemed gentlemen. A man who knows his worth doesn't chase, he chooses, and sometimes he chooses to walk away. Sigma males don't fit into the typical mold society creates for men. They aren't seeking approval, validation, or status. What they seek is something far deeper. In a world obsessed with relationships and constant interaction, why would a man who could have anyone say no and walk away from a woman? The truth might shock you. It's not about rejection or arrogance. It's about power, autonomy, and protecting something far more valuable than fleeting romance. Fact. Studies show that men who prioritize independence and self-mastery over relationships report higher levels of life satisfaction and emotional stability. In this video, we're diving deep into the psyche of the Sigma male and why sometimes walking away is the most powerful move he can make. Prepare to see relationships from an angle you never expected. Number 1. Energy vampires are exposed. Sigma males have an uncanny ability to detect when someone is draining their energy. These men are deeply in tune with their emotional environment, and they can sense when someone is trying to pull them into unnecessary drama, negativity, or emotional chaos. Women who bring this type of energy, whether consciously or unconsciously, won't last long in their presence. When a woman is constantly seeking attention, validation, or stirring up conflict, the Sigma male sees it as an attempt to sap his peace. He doesn't have the patience for games, emotional manipulation, or toxic behavior. While others might overlook these red flags for the sake of companionship, Sigma males won't. They're extremely protective of their inner world and will quickly walk away the moment they feel their energy being drained. Sigmas are not driven by the need to fix others or get entangled in emotional messes. They value solitude and inner tranquility over constant engagement with people who disrupt their balance. If a woman's behavior threatens to disturb his mental and emotional equilibrium, he won't hesitate to remove himself from the situation. He isn't swayed by guilt trips, neediness, or drama. He simply doesn't care enough to be manipulated or caught up in emotional entanglements. This makes them different from many men who might tolerate or even enable such behavior for fear of being alone. Sigmas are not afraid of being alone. They thrive in their own company. And when faced with someone who sucks the energy from their lives, they don't waste time trying to change her or stick around in hopes that things will improve. They trust their instincts and walk away, fully aware that protecting their peace is far more important than any temporary connection. At number 2. Time is more valuable than validation. Sigma males are highly attuned to their emotions, and this gives them a unique advantage when it comes to detecting manipulation. They don't just sense when something is off, they know it. Emotional games, guilt trips, or attempts to control them through feelings are instantly seen for what they are. For a Sigma, these tactics are not only transparent but completely ineffective. They aren't the type to get caught up in emotional drama or be swayed by someone trying to tug on their heartstrings for their own benefit. This emotional clarity comes from their introspective nature. Sigmas spend a lot of time alone, reflecting on themselves and their lives, which gives them a deep understanding of their own emotional landscape. Because of this, they don't get easily rattled by emotional manipulation. If a woman tries to guilt them into doing something, throws tantrums, or tries to stir up jealousy, the Sigma will simply detach. It's not that they don't care, they do, but they refuse to let anyone dictate their actions through manipulative tactics. When a woman plays these games, hoping to provoke a reaction or control the situation, she's often left disappointed. Sigmas don't respond in the way most men do. Instead of engaging or trying to appease her, they quietly distance themselves. They see through the facade and refuse to participate. Emotional stability and control are incredibly important to them, and if they feel like someone is trying to destabilize that, they will walk away. No hesitation, no second thoughts. At their core, Sigmas value authenticity and straightforwardness. Manipulation is a sign of insecurity or hidden motives, and that doesn't align with the way they live. They want relationships built on mutual respect, not on games. So when they sense manipulation, they don't try to fix it, they simply walk away. Number 3. Emotional manipulation won't work. Sigma males see time as their most valuable asset. They don't view relationships as a means of validation or a way to fill emotional voids. Instead, they see them as an investment. If that investment doesn't lead to meaningful growth or satisfaction, they're quick to withdraw. For a Sigma, wasting time in a relationship that doesn't bring value is one of the worst things he can do. Unlike others who might stay in a relationship for comfort or social status, Sigmas are wired differently. They prioritize self-mastery and their personal journey above all else. Many people, men and women alike, seek out relationships because they want companionship, validation, or someone to lean on emotionally. Sigmas, however, don't need that kind of validation. Their confidence comes from within, not from external relationships or social standing. If a woman isn't adding something extraordinary to their life, they don't feel obligated to keep her around. They aren't interested in relationships that are built on codependency or shallow attraction. They need substance and depth. This doesn't mean they're emotionally unavailable or cold-hearted. Sigmas just have a very clear understanding of the value of their time and who they allow into their lives. They won't stay in a situation out of obligation or fear of being alone. They're perfectly content to walk away and continue focusing on their own goals and pursuits. For a Sigma, time spent alone, pursuing personal growth or mastering a skill, is far more rewarding than spending time in a relationship that drags them down or doesn't serve a higher purpose. They don't need anyone else to feel fulfilled. And that's what makes them so different. They choose relationships wisely, and if it's not worth their time, they're gone. At number 4, not here to fix anyone. Sigma males have no interest in being someone's emotional fixer. They recognize early on when a woman expects them to solve her problems or be her emotional rock, and they won't entertain the idea. It's not that they lack empathy, far from it. They simply understand the difference between supporting someone and being dragged into a never-ending cycle of emotional baggage. If a woman brings her unresolved issues into the relationship, expecting the Sigma to save her or constantly lift her up, he'll see it as a red flag and walk away. Sigma males are fiercely independent, and they expect the same from their partners. They want someone who can stand on her own 2 feet, not someone looking for a crutch. They value personal growth and self-reliance, and when they sense that a woman is leaning on them too heavily, they know it's a relationship that will drain rather than empower. They aren't interested in playing the role of a therapist or caretaker, constantly having to manage someone else's emotional state. This doesn't mean they lack compassion. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Sigmas understand that true personal development comes from within, and they respect women who have taken the time to work on themselves. They want a relationship where both people bring their best selves to the table, not one where one person is doing all the heavy lifting. They see emotional codependency as a trap that pulls them away from their own goals and growth. When faced with a partner who expects them to be the solution to her problems, a Sigma will quietly but firmly walk away. They don't want to be anyone's hero, because they know that the only person who can truly fix someone's issues is themselves. Sigmas seek equals, not emotional projects. Number 5, value mastery over love. For Sigma males, their greatest passion lies in mastery, whether it's of a craft, skill, or their personal development. This is what drives them. They are constantly seeking to improve themselves, to push boundaries, and to achieve new levels of understanding and competence in their pursuits. When they enter a relationship, they need a partner who understands and respects this drive. If a woman doesn't support this ambition, or worse, becomes a distraction from it, the Sigma male will choose his path over the relationship every time. Sigma males aren't the kind of men who will give up their dreams for someone else. They're intensely focused on their goals, and if a relationship starts to interfere with that focus, they will reprioritize quickly. Women who don't get this often find themselves left behind, wondering what went wrong. The truth is, for a Sigma, personal mastery and growth are non-negotiable. He's not going to sacrifice his mission for fleeting romance or emotional entanglements. This can sometimes make Sigmas seem distant or detached in relationships, but that's not the case. When they commit to someone, they do so deeply, but only if that person adds value to their life and respects their drive. A Sigma male won't tolerate someone who tries to hold them back or pull them away from their goals. Relationships that demand too much attention, become overly needy, or lack an understanding of his ambition will quickly lose their appeal. At the end of the day, a Sigma male's mission is his true love. His need for growth and mastery is what gives his life meaning. If a relationship doesn't align with that, he's more than willing to walk away and continue his journey alone. He doesn't see it as a loss. He sees it as necessary to protect the most important part of himself. Number 6. Social games are tiresome. Sigma males have no interest in playing the usual social games that often define relationships. These games, power struggles, mind games, and attempts to establish dominance, are exhausting to them. They have no desire to participate in the back-and-forth dynamics where people constantly test each other, manipulate feelings, or try to establish control. If a woman engages in these tactics, the Sigma will quickly lose interest and walk away. What makes Sigma males different is their rejection of social hierarchies. They don't care about who's on top, who has the upper hand, or who's playing hard to get. Those kinds of games bore them. A Sigma male values authenticity, straightforwardness, and genuine connection. He won't waste time trying to decipher hidden motives or navigate power dynamics. If he feels that someone is trying to manipulate him or play with his emotions for the sake of control, he'll step out of the game altogether. For a Sigma, relationships aren't about control or validation. They're about mutual respect and shared growth. If a woman is more focused on trying to gain power in the relationship than building something meaningful, the Sigma male won't stick around. He sees these behaviors as distractions from what really matters, building a solid connection based on trust and mutual understanding. Sigmas have no time for the emotional roller coasters that come with people who enjoy playing games. Their lives are centered around personal growth, independence, and achieving their goals. A relationship that constantly pulls them into petty mind games is not only unappealing, but also counterproductive to their mission in life. So instead of getting trapped in these dynamics, they opt out entirely, choosing to protect their peace and focus on what truly matters. They'll walk away without hesitation, leaving the games behind. Number 7. Intuition rules over attraction. For Sigma males, attraction isn't just about physical appearance or charm. It's about intuition. They may be drawn in by looks at first, like anyone else, but what really drives their decisions is their gut feeling about someone. Sigma males trust their instincts more than anything else. If something feels off about a woman, no matter how attractive she might be on the surface, they'll walk away without hesitation. This heightened sense of intuition comes from their deep introspective nature. Sigmas spend a lot of time alone, learning to trust themselves, and because of this, they've developed a sharp ability to read people and situations. They aren't easily fooled by appearances. Even if a woman seems perfect on paper, beautiful, charming, successful, if his intuition picks up on hidden motives, emotional baggage, or anything that doesn't feel right, he won't ignore it. To the outside world, it might seem like he's walking away from something great, but to him, it's about protecting his peace and staying true to his instincts. Sigma males don't let attraction blind them to reality. They know that superficial qualities fade. And if there's no genuine connection or alignment underneath the surface, the relationship won't last. They aren't interested in temporary thrills or surface-level connections. They're looking for depth. If they don't feel that deep, authentic connection, they'll move on, no matter how perfect someone might seem. It's this ability to trust their intuition that sets Sigma males apart. They aren't driven by external pressures or superficial desires. They know that following their gut is what leads them to the right decisions, whether that's in life, work, or relationships. And when their intuition tells them it's time to leave, they don't question it. They act, walking away with confidence. Number 8. Won't be distracted from personal evolution. The Sigma male prioritizes personal evolution above all else. His journey of self-discovery, mastery, and growth is what fuels his passion for life. Relationships that threaten to distract him or drag him into unnecessary drama are not just unappealing. They're seen as roadblocks to his progress. For him, Every moment spent in a relationship that doesn't foster growth or add value is a moment wasted. He's acutely aware of how quickly life can pass by, and he refuses to let anyone else dictate the terms of his journey. If a woman comes into his life but brings with her emotional turbulence or drama that detracts from his focus, he won't hesitate to make a clean break. Sigmas are not swayed by feelings of obligation or fear of loneliness. They are comfortable being alone and even thrive in solitude, as it allows them the freedom to explore their interests and develop their skills without interruption. This commitment to personal evolution means that he seeks partners who encourage his growth rather than hinder it. He appreciates someone who has her own ambitions and passions, someone who understands that personal development is a lifelong journey. When he meets someone who is self-aware, emotionally stable, and driven in her own right, that's when he feels drawn to a relationship. He sees the potential for mutual growth and connection. Ultimately, a Sigma male won't waste time on relationships that don't align with his vision for his life. He recognizes that each choice he makes impacts his path forward, and he's fiercely protective of that trajectory. If a relationship feels like it's holding him back, he walks away without looking back, fully aware that his commitment to personal evolution is the most important journey he'll ever embark on. Number 9. Refuse to enter codependency dynamics. Sigma males thrive on independence and self-sufficiency, both in themselves and in their partners. They are not looking for relationships that are rooted in codependency, where one person relies heavily on the other for emotional support, validation, or a sense of purpose. Instead, they seek partners who possess their own ambitions and a clear sense of identity. For a Sigma male, emotional independence is crucial. He wants a partner who can stand on her own 2 feet, manage her own emotions, and pursue her goals without constantly leaning on him for support. When a woman displays signs of codependency, such as needing constant reassurance or seeking validation from him, he recognizes it as a significant red flag. He views these dynamics as detrimental, not just to his personal growth, but also to the health of the relationship itself. He appreciates a woman who understands her worth and isn't afraid to chase her dreams. When both partners are driven by their individual goals, the relationship becomes a collaboration rather than a dependency. This kind of mutual respect fosters genuine connection and allows for both individuals to flourish. Sigma males thrive in environments where each partner encourages the other to reach new heights, share ideas, and grow together. Furthermore, he values authenticity and self-reliance. When a woman has her own life, her own interests, and her own friends, it adds richness to the relationship. It means that when they come together, they can share their experiences and learn from one another without being weighed down by unnecessary emotional demands. In the end, Sigma males refuse to enter codependent dynamics because they understand that true relationships are built on mutual respect, independence, and a shared desire for growth. They believe that love should enhance their lives, not become a crutch. When they sense that a partner is leaning toward dependency, they'll step back, confident in their choice to prioritize healthy, balanced connections. Number 10. No need to prove themselves. Sigma males operate on a completely different wavelength than alpha males, especially when it comes to validation and social dynamics. While alpha males often thrive on social proof, status, and the admiration of others, frequently using conquests as a means of asserting their worth, Sigma males reject this need for external validation. They have no desire to prove themselves to anyone, particularly not to women. For a Sigma male, self-worth comes from within. He has developed a strong sense of identity and confidence that is independent of outside opinions or societal expectations. This deep-rooted self-assurance means that he doesn't feel compelled to jump through hoops or engage in performative behaviors to win anyone over. If he senses that a woman expects him to prove his worth through elaborate gestures, grand displays, or constant validation, he will not hesitate to walk away. This refusal to conform to societal pressures sets Sigma males apart. They value authenticity and genuine connections over superficial admiration. If a woman approaches him with expectations of performance or validation, it signals a lack of understanding of who he is. He sees this behavior as a demand for his time and energy without any meaningful exchange, and he is quick to identify it as a sign of emotional immaturity. What Sigma males truly seek is a relationship based on mutual respect and understanding, where both partners appreciate each other for who they are without the need for constant reassurances. They want someone who can recognize their worth without requiring them to showcase it. When a Sigma finds a partner who values him for his intellect, ambition, and authenticity, without the need for proof, he will engage. But if he senses that the relationship is turning into a performance art, where he must continually prove himself, he will walk away without a second thought. For a Sigma, maintaining his integrity and self-respect is far more valuable than playing a game for anyone else's approval. In a world where relationships often become tangled in expectations, manipulation, and codependency, Sigma males stand out for their commitment to independence and personal growth. They navigate life with a clear vision, prioritizing authenticity and mutual respect in their connections. When faced with distractions or emotional drama, they remain resolute in their choice to walk away, understanding that their journey is too precious to be derailed by anything less than genuine partnership. Their confidence doesn't stem from social validation, but from an unshakable self-awareness that allows them to make decisions that align with their values. If you resonate with the idea of living life on your own terms and embracing the freedom that comes with it, remember that you too can cultivate that Sigma mindset. The next time you find yourself in a relationship or situation that doesn't serve your growth, take a page from the Sigma playbook. Walk away without hesitation. If you enjoyed this exploration of Sigma males and their unique approach to relationships, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Join us on this journey of self-discovery, personal evolution, and insightful discussions that will keep you engaged and enlightened. Hit that subscribe button and let's unlock the secrets of living your best life together.